right, and it looks like it worked. Hello, everybody. My name's Ian, Starship Adventures, and I'm gonna be with you through the afternoon here. We're looking at one of the worst outbreaks of weather this time of year we've probably seen in a very long time. And so I'm going to be staying with you today to get through this. I want to zoom out and show you where we're at right now. Let me restart that. Let's just before we have any more trouble, let's just restart that thing right back up again. All right, this is radar Omega. You can see the pink circle. That's where the National Weather Service says supercell activity with long track tornadoes are possible today. The risk is high. We haven't seen a risk like this in a while, especially in this area. We've got a number of storm chasers on the ground up there, and as always, we will go to each of them and we will stack them into place here so that you can see what's going on with each of them. We will also be monitoring scanners, which I'm getting ready to put on for you right now. We've got scanners up, and we want you to be able to hear those as well. So let me go ahead and put those on. There we go. All right, and let me set that so I can hear it. There we go. All right, so basically what our coverage involves here is I'll be covering it as far as we're going to go through the storm and look at it, and I'm going to take opportunities to show you what's going on with the storm and things like that. However, I'm not providing continuous end-to-end coverage here. So in other words, there will be periods where we're just listening to the scanner. There will be periods of time where we're just monitoring what's going on. I don't necessarily have, I'm not going to necessarily be speaking the entire time. So I just want to put that out there. A lot of times in radio coverage, you expect that people will speak the entire time. In this case, not so much. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Right now, we are monitoring in Mississippi, Hinds County Fire, New Zion Fire, Yazoo County Fire, also Lee County Fire, which is Tupelo, also Smyrna Volunteer Fire, and Jackson Police and Jackson Fire. All these areas in the next hour will have tornadoes come nearby or through their area. And so I've picked these because these people are all under the gun right now. And so we want to be able to hear what's going on in these areas. All right, so we're going to keep up whatever storm chasers we can find here. The one you see there on the screen, that's going to be seethestorm.net. He is in Jackson, Mississippi right now. We also have the ability to pull up webcams. That's a webcam in Jackson, Mississippi. And we have the ability of stacking these in as well. So we're going to be able to keep an eye on this storm from many different views today as it goes by. And like I said, I will be providing on and off commentary to go along with the scanner coverage, along with what we have today, just to give you guys a little taste of what we have. We're also going to be monitoring the lightning. This is live lightning data from Blitzstor, and that one of the best lightning trackers there is online. And you can see there as there's Jackson and Tupelo right out in front of this. You can see there's Jackson and there's Tupelo, and we've got the scanners up because both of those areas are under the gun right now for this storm to come through. The next thing I want to take a quick look at, this is windy. This shows us a satellite radar composite along with the lightning on top. And you can see that this thing is going to come right through central Alabama here in just a little while. It's coming right right along this line here. Look at that. That is some severe thunderstorm cells. Now, one of the things we're looking at, we also just for the record here, we're also monitoring flights in the area, and we're also keeping an eye on this. This is the current severe weather outlook, convective outlook for right now. All right. A lot of times people get nervous and upset when big storms are coming and the alerts go off and the weather sirens go off. And there's actually an uptick in standard medical calls, your basic run-of-the-mill medical calls during a storm, just because people's anxiety and things like that. And then, of course, after the storm, you have injury and things like that as well. But when you hear a breathing problem right out ahead of a storm like this, it's probably somebody having an attack. And it's a little scary because you're going out in a high-profile vehicle, an ambulance, and you're going to try to get this person and get them back to a hospital. Not the easiest thing to do. All right, I think what I need to do is put that in my ears because I don't want you guys hearing the reverb from those scanners coming through my microphone. So let me just go ahead and switch my feed here over to my headphones, and that way we won't have that issue. This, I will tell you guys, as everything we do here, this is, when we do this, we do our best to provide professional coverage, but it is just, I'm here by myself today, and I'm going to do the best I can with what I have. All right, again, we're monitoring 6 different fire and law enforcement scanners that are right in the path of these current storms that we're watching. There we go. There's couple of storm chasers there. I'm looking to see who else we got out ahead of this thing. I don't really see anybody really lined up. These guys over here, there's 3 of them. They are literally waiting for this to come through. You can see here he's parked on the side there near a church and standing by. I don't know. I see vent pipes for a gas station and a cross, so who knows where he's at. Okay, there we go. And this is indicative of what our coverage will look like today as we cover some storm chasers and we cover what's going on Radar Omega. Now, one thing we can do with Radar Omega, it is very busy on this screen. I apologize for that. There's nothing I can do about it. You just got to get your eyes used to seeing a bunch of jumbled mess. The purple outlines are tornado warnings. The red outlines are severe thunderstorm warnings. The red blends in too bad. That's why I used the purple for the tornado warnings. The yellow is flood warnings. You can see some of those in the background there coming up behind the storm. Lots of convection. Now what we can do with this is I can put this in split mode, and there we go. There's our reflectivity on the left. That's the amount of rain that's in the air, and on the right, the velocity, the radial velocity that tells us the direction of the wind. And you can see our couplet is here. It's definitely here. You can see our tornado is going to be probably right here. And moving off in this direction here. So Greenwood, you are under the gun right now for that one. All right, so that's that one. Let's take a look at this other one here. We've got another tornado warning down here. We're going to need a different radar site. Let's look up from the south and see what we see here. Yeah, I see what they see on there. Probably that ball right there. Probably right here. And of course that one's moving off like this. It's going to go that one's going to go off south of Jackson. So Jackson looks like they might luck out. I have Jackson scanners up as one of the 6 that I have up, but it looks like they might escape some of the worst of this. Let's move on up here. They are still going to get some. We've got a forming supercell back here that's going to go just north of Jackson, near Clinton. And then this one here is going to move off just south of Jackson. So, I mean, it is going to... It's important to note here that a PDS means particularly dangerous situation. They can issue a designator on top of your, like it's a tornado watch or warning or whatever, but then they can also issue a designator on top of that, like a particularly dangerous situation or whatever, and that's what they've done here. That particular one that we heard coming in towards Jackson and Hinds County fire, that was the reason you heard the echo. That alert was going out over two different radio systems, both Jackson Police and Fire and the greater area around it, Hinds County. And that's, as you can see here, that's this one here coming into Jackson that we're looking at on the screen right now. If I can get that other shit to go away. There we go. And we do have a storm chaser here out in front of this thing, and that's going to be seethestorm.net. He's the one, where's he at? Yeah, there he is right there. And he's coming up on this thing. Let's see, he's right here. He's a little tornado right here. Is this another storm chaser? I'm not getting a video from him, but he is moving, so I don't know what's going on with that. So that's Aiden. We're going to continue to check and see if he gets his video feed up. But as we said, these are coming up into the south part of Jackson is where they're going to come through. But it looks like Jackson proper may be spared some of the worst of this. All right. And forgive me, my chat room is not up, so give me just a second here to get my broadcast screen up. Whew. Okay, there we go. Hey, Peggy. I know Peggy's watching. Peggy, for your area, there is risk. I'm going to tell you, but you are not in the worst risk. You're in the second from the worst risk. You can see a little star there. Yeah, Mobile's going to get some pretty bad storms come through later. And we're going to be watching that as it happens. But right now, looking down there, you've got this line of storms that's still miles and miles away. And these are moving up. So these aren't even moving technically in your direction. You're going to have to watch what's going to end up down here. Coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico, I'm sorry, the Gulf of America, and habits are hard to kill here. But you can see there all this scrating coming in here. This is all going to come. What's going to end up coming into Gulfport and Mobile down the road. The good news, you're not in the highest risk. The bad news is you're in a fairly high risk area, fairly high risk, not the highest risk. All right, let's go back up to the Jackson radar, and we're watching this one come up here south of Jackson. This is still tornado warned, this one here. I don't see as clear rotation as I saw a few minutes ago. So let's, the problem is the location of all the radar sites as always. Let's take a look here. Okay, see this one we can kind of see the couplet a little bit better. I do see what's probably a couplet in there. We'll have to see if they reissue this one because Beauregard and Wesson are next up with Georgetown on deck. All right, looks like we lost one of our storm chasers there. All right, so keep an eye there. And then the other one we're watching is north of that. And again, this one just persists. And we've got 3 storm chasers out here ahead of this thing. I don't know if they're going to try to intercept this particular cell. They're kind of waiting, because notice they're sitting back in this purple area. See this large purple area? I'm going to click out of the radar so that the radar's gone, so you can see that purple circle right there, okay? That's the area where we expect the really bad weather today. And so you can see a lot of the storm chasers, they're hanging back in that area because that's where the action's going to be later on. All right, and I zoom back in here. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings, lots of flood warnings behind this thing. But we have no storm chasers on direct intercept with this one right now. Let's check another radar and see. Not seeing, yeah, there is some rotation there. I do see some, but yeah. And by the way, a lot of us live in areas like down here in Southwest Florida where I live. We live in an area that's pretty populated, and we forget that some of these areas are not that populated. I went to 3 different counties that did not have any Broadcastify scanner feeds at all. There's no internet feeds of anything there, which is, in Florida, nearly every county has a feed. But when you get up into some other, like when we chase these, when we're doing the virtual chasing like this out west, out where the, out further out in the Midwest, out towards Kansas and Oklahoma, when we're out there trying to chase those out there, the cell service is even worse, and the population's even more sporadic. These are actually getting ready to work into some pretty populated areas, both in central Mississippi and central Alabama. I gotta get this in my headphones. I don't know why I can't hear it. Hey, 10-8. All right, there we go. Now I can hear the scanner in my ear, which I think is probably a better plan. All right, I know there's a hum on there. That can't be helped. That's in the scanner feeds. I'm actually trying to null some of it out for you. Let me see if I can find another storm chaser here. Oh, he's got his video going, but we've already got him. He doesn't have his video going yet. That's a live shot out of Jackson, and you can see the starting to get quite a bit of wind there coming into Jackson right now. You can see that tower site's moving there. The tower's not moving. The tower we're on is moving a little bit. Let me clarify that. This is probably up on a pole. That's out ahead of it. That's out ahead of it. We'll have all these there when it gets to it. I will tell you this one down here. Let's see. We're still seeing that rotation there, but it's not as clear as it was. Let's go back down south of it and see what it looks like. Still there. Let's go out behind it. Still kind of see it. Yeah, there it is. It's there. Certainly not the most profound one I've ever seen. I wish this guy would turn his camera on. It says Aiden O. I wonder if he's having some problems out there with cell service. But we do have they're intercepting this. You guys see that they're lining themselves up out there, right in front of this one right here. These are chasers. Notice the storm chaser circles are a little bigger than the other circles, which are cameras. See this up here? This is a live camera that I can pull up. That one we just looked at. These are actual storm chasers, which we have already got him down here. And this guy here doesn't have his camera on. So we're hoping he'll get something going there. But these guys are right out in front of this thing. And again, you're listening to scanner feed from the affected areas here. All right, everybody, this is Starship Studios, and yes, Victor, the Gulf of America. If anybody has any questions or comments, please put them in the chat room. I'll give you guys an idea of how large this storm system is. I'm going to go to the nationwide radar. This is a look at the entire storm system here. Now, areas like Louisville, areas in Kentucky, western Tennessee, could certainly see some bad weather today, especially Tennessee. Once you get into Kentucky, not so much. Tennessee, though, you are still in the area for a heightened level today of severe storming, convection, and things like that. Now, the areas most likely are the ones in that pink circle. Anybody inside that dashed area can see severe weather today. So even places like Nashville and even Atlanta, Georgia, is in a heightened risk of severe weather for this evening. But none of those places are in it like Birmingham, Alabama. You are under the gun this afternoon for sure. And that this entire storm system will be coming by you. And depending on when it gets there and the heating of the day and everything else, we could see a very, very dangerous, very dynamic situation here forming up as these storms approach Tuscaloosa. I don't need to tell you about the Tuscaloosa tornado. Anybody that's into tornadoes at all knows about the Tuscaloosa tornado. There is a big potential here for a lot of tornadoes through this area this afternoon. That's why we're going to continue this coverage through the afternoon. I may not be here talking the entire time. I'm going to be racking up different scanners and doing different things, but for the most part, I'm going to be here all day, and we will be watching this thing come through together. A little bit of a lull in the activity right now. We've got storm chasers set up out in front of this thing. Right here, we got two storm chasers out in front of this thing. I'm going to switch back to the local radar. The local radar is a lot easier to discern things on. And let's go back to the split view. Remember, everything on the left is the quantity of rain. What you see on the right is the direction the rain is moving in relation to the tower site. And it looks like Brookhaven. This rotation is right over Brookhaven right now. And these guys are setting up here. They're trying to figure out where on this road do they need to be in order to see this thing as it comes by. Okay, we just had another tornado warning issued. Let's see where this is. Is this going to just... okay, this is a new tornado warning for a new area. That's this one here. This is a radar indicated tornado. for northwestern Holmes, southern Carroll, north central Yazoo, and Humphreys. We've got Yazoo and Humphreys on this scanner. There wasn't any in Carroll, I don't believe. So we are monitoring these areas. Quarter size hail possible, tornado. This is radar indicated. This is a radar indicated tornado. So they have not put a PDS on this one yet, but we're going to watch this. This is a new area that they're watching. It was severe thunderstorm warned. It is now tornado warned, and there it is right there, ladies and gents. There's your couplet. Congratulations, it's a couplet. There you go. There's your rotation. You can see there, and not a defined hook yet. But I can pick out some things over here that could be the hook. But it's probably going to be this right here. It's going to be your hook coming in right above it normally. So there you go. There's your next one. And that's forming up along that line. But remember, these are broken lines. When you have broken lines, a lot of times that means you can get more supercells. When you have a line that's connected, you get a big bow echo out there. You get strong line winds. It's really bad. You get 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts. People have a lot of damage, but you don't get those big tornadoes, those long-track tornadoes that take so many lives. So hopefully, we want to almost see a thick line set up, because that means we're not seeing supercells. Look at this line right here, just for instance, okay? Notice this entire line of thunderstorms. See, I'm drawing my circle around there. See that entire line? Notice it's not a line. It's supercell, 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 supercell. These are all supercells, and they're all moving off in that direction. You see that? Those are all supercells. Every one of these, even down here, these are all supercells. This is a dangerous situation, because this creates that genesis there that brings those big nasty tornadoes. If this was a solid line with like a smooth front on it, everybody's getting bad winds, but we're not getting the long track tornadoes. This, on the other hand, looks more like what we would see to provide supercells for long track tornadoes. So not a good case scenario right there. And back over here, the same thing. We're seeing that again. These are separate supercells. Even though it looks like a line, there's not a cohesive line there. These are separate supercells, all moving off to the northeast. And we definitely have rotation here. They issued this one a little earlier. Their rotation, their radar is probably a little ahead of ours. But you can see there, it's just entering the bottom of that watch box right now.
Last time you got that picture around, you just have to get it out. We was doing this natural death.
Okay, there, we updated. Now you can see, I see two separate couplets right there trying to form, and maybe a third one behind it. This is what I mean by training supercells here. Moving off to the east. And guys, if this is coming towards your town, please go get on TV and watch your local meteorologist. I am not a meteorologist. I'm a weather enthusiast. I'm chasing this thing virtually for you guys today because I'm enjoying this just like you guys are. But if you're in the danger zone here and you think it's heading towards you, or I'm showing you that it's heading towards you, you need to leave our coverage, or at least put it down and turn on your local coverage and get your primary information from there. Whether it's myself or Ryan Hall, y'all, which is probably the best that ever did it, regardless of what kind of coverage you're watching, regardless of what kind of video it is, or how the coverage is being provided, nothing beats your local meteorologist at your local television station to make sure that you're in the right position when this thing hits. So definitely want to do that. Well, Victor, they're moving at about 50 miles an hour across the ground. As far as rotational speed, that varies wildly. It would be hard to even comment on that. All right, so let's go back down and check this one down here. Notice this one's about to enter the danger zone. Once it crosses that pink line, it's in an area that the National Hurricane Center, National Weather Service, has actually said is volatile. And we're just approaching that area now. So we may see a strengthening situation here. Another tornado warning just issued. Let's see where that one's going to go out. All right, that's a continuation for this one up here. As we see this one continuing to move off now, they've issued yet another one out ahead of it. So there's a number of tornado warnings here you can see issued to cover this entire area here, as they are definitely seeing some rotation here. Let's see what this says. It's a radar indicated, So all these are radar indicated, and so is that one. But this one down here is 1 inch hail. That's a lot of hail there. All right, so all those are still radar indicated. We don't have any eyes on a tornado yet on those. This one down here, just south of Wesson. Looks like Wesson just missed out on the rotation center there. This is also radar indicated. Quarter size hail is possible on this one as well. Again, these are the supercells starting to form up here, and they're entering into, once it crosses into that wow. A male on the hood of a car with 2 pistols running down, and the car's driving down the road. Wow. People act crazy when the weather gets nuts. All right, and I'm still hoping we can get another storm chaser's view up here, but it's just not coming up. But I can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put in this one. This one is from right up the road. This one, that one in the center now is from South Jackson. And then the one on the lower left is going to be seethestorm.net, and he is right there in Mendenhall. What is it? Mendenhall, and he is right in line for this thing. He's set up for an intercept. All right, we're monitoring live scanner feeds from the areas now being hit by this severe area of weather. It's not really a line of thunderstorms as much as it is a lineup of supercells. And I want to notice something here. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. The tornado warning on this cell has been allowed to expire. Am I reading that right? Or am I out of position? Yeah, the tornado warning in this cell right here has been allowed to expire, it looks like. That's crazy. I still see a couplet here. I still see what looks like rotation. That was an interesting decision. Let's see if they reissue that one real quick. Look at the lightning that's being put down. I think that storm is in a bit of a weakening phase right now, but kind of surprising to see that. All right, guys. What makes our coverage a little different here is, Ryan Hall provides a continuous coverage of like weather stuff coming out. What I'm doing here is covering the scanner feeds, the public safety information we got coming in, the live cams from the areas, the webcams. I'm covering all that kind of stuff. Okay, so my coverage is different than Ryan's. If you are looking for serious coverage of just exactly what's going on in relation to a specific area or something like that, then Ryan Hall's coverage might be more to your liking. However, the coverage here is set up a little bit different because I'm wanting to provide something different. A lot of people want to hear the scanner feeds. They want to hear they want to see the web cameras. They want to see the stuff that's out ahead of this thing. And I agree. I'm that way too. And so this is how I like to chase storms. I do it virtually. And I go out and get all the scanner feeds and everything out ahead of it. That's basically what we're doing here. All right, and if you guys could just don't forget to give us a like and a thumbs up and a subscribe and all that good stuff. If you like the coverage, we do this kind of stuff all the time. We also do a lot of ham radio stuff. If you're into ham radio or think it might be something you're interested in, check out a lot of our content here is geared towards ham radio as well. And there's that tornado warning. They did reissue it just like we thought they would. There it is. I don't know why they let that expire like that. That was a little crazy, but you never know. They have a little better information than we do sometimes, and so you're not sure why they allow things to come and go. All right, so here's our storm chasers, and he's moving still further out in front of this thing, and I think he's got it in his head that it's not big enough yet, and if he wants to get further out in front of it, further up this way, in the hopes that maybe, just maybe, he can intercept a bigger tornado, because he's going to be a lot further out in front of it now. It'd be bigger, because as these things continue into the afternoon, you'll find that things will happen. Yeah, and I'm definitely seeing a couplet here. It's even kind of hard with all the lightning, but when you zoom in, you can see there's definitely a couplet there. And there's what looks like a J-hook here as well. I mean, you can almost see it in there. That's definitely a tornado in there. Now, whether it's actually on the ground at this point, I don't know. That camera you see there in the lower middle is actually right here, just south of Jackson. And this lower left storm chaser is the one you see here that is depicted by the little black and white tornado. So I don't know where the other guys. See, these other guys are way out in front of this thing because they're waiting. They're wanting a bigger tornado. See, if you let it go, if you get out further in front of it, let it grow some more. When you have a strengthening system like this, and you got plenty of area out in front of you where it's supposed to be really, really, really bad, then you may not want to intercept right now, because once you intercept, you've done it. You've blown it. It's now past you. You have two choices. Sit back and see if another line forms, which may happen today, or number two, you got to get on an interstate and you got to re-intercept this thing. You got to get back out in front of it again. That's not easy with a storm that's moving 56 miles an hour. You're on roads. Yeah, you can do 60 or 70 on an interstate. But remember, the interstates are not traveling exactly where you need them to. The roads are not going right where you need them to. And you'll end up back on a 2-lane road doing 45 miles an hour. And guess what? The storm's pulling away from you. You're not even going fast enough at 45 or 50 miles an hour to ever catch it. It's beat you. So you have to literally do 70 miles an hour in order to get back out in front of this thing again. The only way you can do that is to find you an interstate that's going about in the right direction. There's a lot of tactics and strategy involved in storm chasing. Boy, that's not picking up well at all. That's Smyrna volunteer fire, but it sounds so bad. I might take it off of there and see if I can find something else. Let me see if I've got that county south of Jackson. The county south of Jackson. Let's see here. Yeah, in about an hour, I'm going to pull up Hattiesburg and Laurel and all these towns here, Bogalusa. That will be where we'll be in an hour from now. But right now, we are still over here. And I'm trying to see. Yeah. Let's try Simpson County. All right, I'm going to try to add Simpson County. That one's kind of right out front here. All right, Simpson County Public Safety.
Where this tornado warning, where the sea is coming from. 38 advised, nothing said Georgetown. Is that correct?
Stand by, turn it south siren.
This tornado is about to go right over Simpson, which I just added Simpson County.
It's coming from Brookhaven to Simpson County.
No, you'll probably enter the canyon. Around that area, Bridgeport here. Couple of my location,
And if you're listening to us out there, guys, listen, you want to listen on headphones, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. We utilize both the left and right channels of the of our headphones. So in other words, you'll hear some things in the left ear and some things in the right ear. I come through both ears, but the scanner is split between your left and right ears. And we do that because it allows you to actually hear more conversations on the same bandwidth. With headphones, if you hear something really interesting in one ear, you can ignore what's in the other ear, or you can pull the other ear away, and it allows you to be able to hear things. All right, we just got another tornado warning going out there. Let me see. I want to make sure that I don't think you guys are hearing those alerts. So let me go and check that real quick, and then we're going to go check that new alert. Radar Omega. There we go. All right, there we go. Now you guys will hear those alerts over the speaker a little louder there. Okay, where's this new one at? Oh, hey, we're back down here. This is that area southwest of that other one, or south of that other one I was telling you about. This area is not even, again, we're not in the purple area yet, but we are in the moderate risk area. And this one looks like it's moving off to the northeast as well. Let's see. Let's go and put a different radar in. And I don't... Oh, yeah, there it is. Huh. There it is. Yeah, I see it. It's not well defined yet. I don't see an actual couplet as much as I just see the winds right close to each other. So there we go. That's the next one we've got to watch. And that one... Again, moving towards that severe risk area.
Around 12:20, Harrisville around 12:25, Braxton, Delo, Mendenhall around 12:30, Marksville around 12:45.
Damn, or I love accents. All right. And then back up here, let's take a look. This is that whole complex mess up here. I'm going to go ahead and find a better radar site. There we go. And let's see. Boy, I do see a couplet there. Boy, look at that. There could be something with this one here. Some very strong winds. And then this one down here, I can see why this one is warned. We've got a pretty good couplet right here. God, this is it's going to be a crazy afternoon, guys. If you've got friends in this area, you may want to call them and tell them to turn on some coverage somewhere, because this is going to be a crazy afternoon. All right, we're currently monitoring Hinds County Fire, New Zion Fire, Lee County Fire, that's Lee County, Mississippi, Jackson Police and Fire, Yazoo Fire, and Simpson County Public Safety. Again, we used the left and right ears to kind of split the audio up a little bit. So you might, if you're listening on a phone or whatever, or even on a TV, you might want to put in headphones if you can, so that you can hear some things in the left and some things in the right. It allows you to hear more conversations that way. I am in the chat. I am monitoring chat. Victor and Peggy, thank you for being here. Coverage will continue throughout the day. I may not be on here speaking the entire time, as my throat's already in a mess. It's been a long week already on the radio. And so I'm going to be basically, I'm hosting scanner coverage, is what we're calling this.
Charles Street, 290 St. Charles Street. You don't see a Makita. Sorry about this. Here, she wants to report it. This is not 110. She advised it's going to be a duplex house. It's going to be the house with the blue vehicle in the yard.
If this one keeps going, we do have a web camera down here. This web camera here is right in the line of fire. So we'll come back to this as that new tornado warning approaches this area. Must be a police department. I see a bunch of cop cars down in the lower left corner. Maybe a public safety building or something. I see a neat old water tower there too in the distance. We'll come back to that one. That's right here. What is this, in Columbia? Yeah, Columbia, a little town right there. And that Columbia is right in the line of fire on this particular one right here. And then beyond that, Hattiesburg. And we're going to be watching as it approaches. Probably may go off to the north of Hattiesburg. This one... yeah, I don't know. What a mess. It's hard to tell exactly what's going on with these storms. The storm chasers are basically out ahead of it, and look at this, they're moving north. I think they're going to try to get up here to I-20, I would think. This storm, they could get to I-20 and go right and set up an intercept up here near Forest, between Forest and Newton. That might be what they're trying to do. They've got enough time to do that. Yeah, they're both moving north about as fast as you can right now. That's him there, lower left corner is the little tornado you see right here. And he's going up this little country road, trying to stay ahead of this storm. Remember, he's trying to stay ahead of a storm that's moving at 49 miles an hour. You do the math on these, and it's like, I don't know, man. All right, so we're going to watch that as it gets closer to them. Notice our other storm chasers. We got two guys sitting here. One's hiding behind the other one. They're sitting there in, what is that? Philadelphia, Mississippi. And we got another storm chaser up here. These guys are standing by. They know that it's going to be crazy. And so they are literally on standby right now, waiting for these storms to enter this pink area. I want you guys to notice none of the storms, none of the tornado warnings yet really are in there, except this one, are in the pink area. So everything is still outside of this pink circle, which means it hasn't even reached the really bad area yet where things are really dynamic.
Response is 1610 Caroline Drive, 1610 Caroline Drive. We're across the Green Gable Road. AMR is en route regarding a patient offered LOC. AMR is en route. It's going to be at 1610 Caroline Drive. We'll be on fire ground 1. Fire ground 1.
All right, who do we got here? Millen, thanks for coming in, man. Sorry I missed your text. I'm trying to watch the chat room, but unfortunately it's way over on the other side of that screen over there. What a freaking mess, guys. This will be the first one that's really going to get into some really nice, juicy weather coming up. Once this crosses that pink line there, it's in an area where the National Hurricane Center, National Weather Service says it's going to be really, really bad. Anything inside that pink circle has the potential for...
No description.
17.
I'm trying not to step on the scanner traffic.
1218.
Hey, saying somewhere between you and Charleston down is where the thunderstorms going in or at, so you ought to be seeing some good weather. Well, I'm in heavy rain now, strong winds out here at the here before we get to Georgetown.
All right, looks like we just got an update from the radar. You can kind of see it move, see it jump. Let's check this one out. Let's go to the closest available radar. And I do see what they're seeing. I mean, but I guess it's kind of weird where they placed that box. But this one does have this camera right out in front of it, and so we'll be watching. If a tornado comes into that town, we'll be able to see it. I really like people that put up live webcams. I'm in the process of putting up 2 right now, and I just really like live webcams. They give you the ability to, in real time, see what's going on. And I don't mean these ones that send back a picture every minute or one of the, those are crap. I mean a real, honest-to-goodness webcam. I think it's important. All right, so there we go. That's our southernmost one right there. We should have 4. Yes, 4. That's our southernmost one. This one here is going to be the first to move into volatile territory. It looks like it pretty much is right now. It's now crossing into the area where we could expect it to rapidly intensify. There's a possibility, I don't mean to be alarmist, but there's a possibility today for long track EF3 or 4, possibly even a brief 5 tornado today. So the term long track is one that you got to watch out for, and they're using that today. Okay, the next thing I want to tell you guys, see the counties lighting up behind? You're like, why are those counties turning gray and blue and yellow? Those are reported power outages. When you see these counties turn color, there we go. East Feliciana Parish, currently 818 people without power. Franklin County, 219 without power. Copa County, 343 without power. So these storms are doing damage as they're coming through, and that's what you're starting to see with these counties that are lighting up. Here's one right here. Well, that's the flash flood warning. Unfortunately, when you get them stacked up like this, there's really no way to see what's underneath them. But these counties up here, again, 401 in Washington County. So there is definitely some power outages going on because of these storms. Now, we're talking about down here, but these storms do extend all the way up into Tennessee, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, and areas over where they came through last night. You can see these areas here. These are last night's power outages. There's still 2,300 people without power in Howell County. There's a lot of power outages up here. Look at this. A lot of power outages. This is all from overnight damage last night. Now we're down here where you can see this purple circle, which is the bullseye for all the really bad weather that we're going to get today. And that's where it's going to pop up right there. We are monitoring scanner feeds from Hinds County, Zion Fire, Lee County Fire in Mississippi, Jackson Police and Fire, Yazoo County Fire, and Simpson Fire. There's the alarm going off. We've got another tornado warning. Looks like it was this one up here that just got issued. This is a radar indicated tornado. Wow, okay, covers a fairly large area there. Etwambia County, Patota County, and Chickasaw County, Lee County, Monroe County. I'm going to see if I can, but those are M12. I don't have those. Let me see if I can, I'm going to go ahead and pull Hinds County. I believe we're past Hinds County now. And I'm going to delete Hinds County. And I'm going to add a feed.
Yep.
Mississippi. Hold on, guys, while I add this.
Get the lights out. That old kid walking.
All right, there we go. I just added another one. I just added Pontotic Fire. That's right in the line of fire for that new one they just issued. 2 of the other 3 counties that they listed I already have in there. There's not a lot of scanner feeds. Yeah, and by the way, the time you see on the screen, that is Eastern Pacific time, Eastern time, and it's not Central time. Most of the areas that are being affected right now are in Central time. Just to put that out there. All right, and trying to see if we've got any more storm chasers or cameras out in front of any of this mess.
Five Century.
All right, guys, this is live scanner coverage of the severe weather moving through Mississippi and Alabama today. We're going to be continuing our coverage through the day as we have quite a dynamic storm system setting up here that's going to be moving through the remainder of the day now. And the area it's moving through, they're saying it could get very, very strong this afternoon. The National Weather Service has issued the highest potential convective outlook that they have, which is this pink area right here in the you see the circle, and anything inside that pink circle could literally see long track, very destructive tornadoes, and this includes the greater Birmingham area, Montgomery right on the edge, Meridian. There's just a lot of places, Columbus, in Mississippi. So there's about half of it is in Mississippi side, half of it is in the Alabama side. And you can see the storms are just now, even though we've been watching these now all morning, the storms have just now reached that area where the National Hurricane Center says there's the highest probability of long track tornadoes and very damaging winds. Our storm chasers are trying to stay out in front of this thing, and the reason that they are is because they're wanting it to become a bigger storm first. You know, it's like once it goes by, I explained this a few minutes ago, once it goes by, it's hell to catch it again. So what they want to do is stay out ahead of it until it reaches the strength they're waiting for it to reach, and then at that point they're going to go intercept it, and that way they'll have a big, tornado in order to video it. Makes sense, right? I mean, you don't want to shoot your load early, and get great shots of a little crappy tornado when, and had you just stayed out in front of it for a little bit longer, you could have got shots of an EF3 or an EF4 instead of the one you got. So and that's part of the strategy. Where to go, where to be, that's all part of the strategy. But also, when the punt, I mean, sometimes you got to punt for the next round, and sometimes you want to stay out ahead of it. In this case, they've chosen not to punt because they're not sure if there's going to be another line of thunderstorms coming. So they're wanting to just go and stay out ahead of it. You can already see these other storm chasers. They're all sitting up here milling around, waiting. Here, and they're all waiting for this storm system, for these cells to come into this danger zone that you see here, this pink and circle, which is kind of the danger zone. We're going to continue to provide live coverage today. We've got scanner coverage up from New Zion Fire, Lee County Fire, Potomac Fire, Simpson County Public Safety, Yazoo County, and Jackson Police and Fire, all out of Mississippi right now. And you can listen to that right here on Starship Adventures. And I will be in and out throughout the day as we monitor these major storms coming through the southeast United States. Coverage continues.
Remember, cut the crews off. Cut the lights on. You light them flares with the crews off. Thanks for the reminder.
Hey, I'm gonna need more light than Tanisha's back there at the Bulldog. I got it. You run out, catch that Bulldog with Tanisha for me when we all pass by. And hold it down. Come on. You're on your feet. We moving, sir. I gotta get in place. I gotta take. We riding 55 to Gluckstadt, making a right at that Levi's exit. Levi's as we go. Case information.
Four 31. Zero 473 feet, 1232. This number is going to be 250304-737. 250304-737. Time to call for 12.
Hold on.
Castle Hill Drive, crosses Joanne Street, or grass fire. You're assigned top roof is 5 ground 1. Here's for no 5 ground 1.
Riding with us. Table copy.
What fire ground do you think we 12? 5 ground 1, 5 ground 1.
That's clear.
All right, guys, coverage continues here. Scanners got quiet all of a sudden there. We are scanning 6 different counties out ahead of this thing, and I'm slowly moving them as the storms move. Let's take a look at this one here. This storm is about to enter, or actually this storm has entered the danger zone, the highest risk that the convective outlook can have from the National Hurricane Center. Is just to the right of that pink line that you see there, and we are now in it. And you can see the couplet forming there. This could be our first big one. I think that's why here's our storm chasers. Remember, I told you I would bet that they're going to come up here and get on Interstate 20 and work right and go down here between, if you remember I said between Forest and Newton, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're looking to intercept this thing as it comes right here at 56 miles an hour. They're trying to stay out in front of this thing. We're talking probably intercepting that road they're on in less than an hour. So they've got time to get there. They were only about 20 minutes away. So this could be a pretty good intercept for these guys, because they're going to have time to get a good spot and be ready for this thing as it comes through. All right, and then the other one we're watching down here, this one here, if it holds together, it looks like now it's going to go north of Columbia. But I do have a camera in Columbia. It's starting to take some wind there. And we can go to that when this thing goes by and see if we can see it going by. Also, I'm looking for other web cameras. If anybody knows of any cameras or any other storm chasers or anything out at all out in front of this thing, let me know in the chat room, or you can email it to me and then let me know it's in my email. My email is my call sign, ko4efs@gmail.com. All right, now let's, again, these guys, man, they are staying out in front of this thing. All these guys are bunching up here, okay, because they know this thing's going to end up becoming a supercell right about the time it gets up here somewhere west of Meridian. It's going to end up becoming a supercell. They know this. And so what they're doing is they're setting up for an intercept. Here we go. The other Storm Chaser's camera is still not on. But we do have these guys up as well. And we'll be able to watch them. He's the lower right one you see below. And then there's also a couple more here. And we'll be pulling those up as the storm gets closer to them. Right now you're seeing the camera you're seeing there in the lower center is just southeast of Jackson, Mississippi, and this is all going to pass off to the south of this tower site that you see here. We are scanning Jackson Police and Fire, Yazoo, whatever you want to call it, Fire, Simpson County Public Safety, New Zion Fire, Lee County Fire, and Pontotic Fire, I believe is how it's pronounced. And all those are live right now. And you're listening to
we're going toward Braxton to meet. Everything tends to out here. One helmet gets in the ditch. Everything looks good out this way.
All right, we've got another tornado warning that was just issued, probably along with this complex up here. Another one just going out now. Total of 8 tornado warnings. We now have 8 tornado warnings. We've got one PDF, particularly dangerous now. This tornado warning that we've been watching down here they just issued a double tornado warnings out ahead of it, and they've put a PDS, particularly dangerous situation. This is now a considerable threat. It's now an observed tornado. And this is a particularly dangerous situation now that we are seeing just to the left of Taylortown. Taylortown, take shelter now. We got places, it's going to be crossing right over US 98, right near where 29 comes into Taylortown there. And this storm is moving at a considerable clip. Let's see here, I believe about 47 miles an hour. And so I'm going to run this thing out. I'm going to take it out of dual mode. And look at that. We've got a hell of a hook on this one. All right, this one's hooking up. This could be our first big one here. All right, now let's extrapolate this thing out and see what we got. What the hell's going on? All right, let's calculate this out. mean, it's going to come close to Tylertown. Let me see if I can get what county Tylertown's in, and I'll get that up. So bear with me, guys. We're doing this in real time. I do believe we have a tornado on the ground now near Tylertown, Mississippi. This is a considerable tornado, and this is observed on the ground. It's going to go off just to the north of Tylertown. I'm looking now to see if I can find... chances are that it's Waltall County. So now we go back over here. Okay. All right, and play actions, add feed. This stuff takes time, guys. That's the biggest problem doing this is I'm live. I really need like 3 people producing this. There needs to be like 3 of us like Ryan Hall has, because there's so many like little things that have to be done. Waltall County. There's Waltall County, and there's no feeds in Waltall County. Let's see what other counties this affects. Pike. I don't have Pike yet. Let's see if we've got a Pike County. Pike. I got Macomb Fire. Let's pull that up. All right, play. Let's get that going. I've just added Macomb Fire. They're in line for this one right here. Okay, all right, there we go. Let's back out of this. This is starting to get dicey, guys. All right, along with our coverage today, we're also looking at lightning. Look at this, guys. Man, oh man, the lightning is crazy with this thing. Look at this craziness with this storm. The lightning is striking with this complex that spans over 7 states. The lightning is striking about 17 times a second right now. Absolutely crazy what's going on. Let's take a look at it from windy.com. This is the storm system as it moves off across. Why is that not moving? Let me see if I can kick it in the ass a little bit here. Go. There we go. This is what it looks like on windy as it's coming across. And this is we're monitoring flights in the area, and believe it or not, you can see there's a big hole there. They're diverting flights around this at this time. That's a quick shot at the flight tracker right there. And then here's the area we're looking at right now for the severe weather. So we're keeping an eye on all of that, and we're using Radar Omega to do it with. Radar Omega is our primary source for all of our radar coverage here that we do on the channel. All right, so let's get back into it here. We've got to reset here and take another look. This is Starship Adventures. My name's Ian, and this is live continuing coverage of the tornado outbreak in the southeast United States. We will be continuing this coverage throughout the day and evening if necessary. I am watching the chat room. Feel free to chat, and I will be responsive to those chats. Maybe not the second you put it in, but as soon as I see it, I will respond to it. Okay, so we've got one here already in the danger zone. Let's go ahead and split this out. Take a look at these cell by cell. This one here is tornado warned, and there is a particularly dangerous situation with this one now. This one has been updated. This is now a PDS, particularly dangerous situation, considerable damage threat, although it is still radar indicated. The reason they're given that is because it is just starting to look like a classic, ladies and gentlemen. You got your J hook right here, hooking right in, and you've got your rotation right here, got your couplet. So
right rotation right here in downtown. Something one, I'm sitting up here. Tonight A&D, we got ropes out here.
They got rotation in town. They're alerting everybody.
Right now.
All right, so that's this storm. Now, let's go down to the storm just south of it.
First part's still south of you, William. It's coming though, baby.
This one here, particularly dangerous, considerable. This one's observed on the ground. Okay, so this entire complex here is a huge tornado. This could be a long track tornado forming here. And we do have a hook. We do have a couplet. Let's take a peek here. Here's your hook right there, hooking right in. And there's your couplet right there. You can see that it's starting to form up there. And that one could, this could be our first one here, a long track, because it is starting to really form up. It just got, it's not even really in that zone yet. Notice it's still outside that zone. This was just a storm an hour and a half ago, and it has burst into a super track, a superstorm now, with a observed tornado. It is a PDS, particularly dangerous situation, by the National Hurricane Center. Now let's move our way up. Here's our other one up here. Hold on, we just got another one. This one's up the road here further. Let's get a different radar angle. Boom, this one just dropped. This is going to be an observed tornado on this one as well. Okay, so guys, we've got tornadoes on the ground at this point, multiple tornadoes. The outbreak we have been predicting has suddenly begun. We now have tornadoes on the ground moving northeast, just south of Tupelo, just south of Potomac and Tupelo. I do have scanners up there. We're listening to that now. More warnings going out. Standby warnings going out faster than I can cover them at this point. Jesus. All right, I think on that one here, they extended this one over, I think.
Yeah, it's done come over Mendenhall.
Okay, this...
heavy rain now. Straight ahead, all the way to the end, just make a left.
Okay, when I'm suddenly quiet like that, I'm wanting you to hear the scanner traffic. So I'm stopping speaking because I know that I'm on both channels and I don't want to interrupt you guys listening to the scanner. I'm talking to let you know what's going on from my perspective and to fill time while the scanner's not talking. And
49, 1070 Scanner Road, 1060 Scanner Road, business 5 below. Speed up is Mary. In reference to an accident that occurred yesterday.
all right, let's check out where our storm chasers are. Here they are. They're bunching up. Here comes the intercept, ladies and germs. There it is right there. This is a stationary camera here that we're going to have coming up. These are our 3 storm chasers now, and plus another one over here. So you can see where all of our storm chasers are clustering up. And they're going to try to intercept this thing. Hopefully we can get some shots of it. One thing is, a lot of times tornadoes happen in the evening time because of the heating of the day, and we don't get a good shot of them because of the fact that it's dark outside. Today we don't have that problem. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, coming up on 1 o'clock Eastern. It's coming up on 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. So we still got 6 hours of daylight left. If you could share this out and let people know about our coverage here, I would really appreciate it.
I'll pull all the way down, all the way down. We got to get them lined up. We're going straight ahead all the way out, make that left.
Progress 1, go ahead.
All right, this is seethestorm.net. That's the lower left corner down here, seethestorm.net. He's going to be the first one to intercept. He's sitting right across from a Dollar General store at this point. He is going to be our first intercept here. as this thing comes up. He's trying to figure out where he needs to be on State Road 35 south of Forest in order to catch this thing. You can see there it's about to go through Raleigh. There's two centers of circulation here. One south of Raleigh, and there's another one here just near Mendenhall. And both of these, we've got two separate couplets, two separate centers of rotation here, both moving off to the northeast. This is a dangerous situation because we literally have two separate tornadoes that are just a few miles apart here, and they both are showing very impressive J-hooks and couplets. We have two separate tornadoes here, guys, two separate tornadoes, possibly on the ground at this point. You are listening to scanner feeds from this area. This is continuing coverage. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and this is what we do here at Starship Studios. We cover things live as they happen. This is a tornado outbreak right now in Mississippi and Alabama, and the National Hurricane Center has issued the highest warning that they issue for convective outlook for today for this area, and bam, they weren't wrong. It's paying off here. We've got storm chasers right in front of this thing. You can see there 4 storm chasers right in front of this thing. All right, guys, shifting things around. You know, I have to do things on the fly. I can't produce things like we do at work. All right, there we go. There's your 3 storm chasers now, and if I get this 4th one, I will cover up my image with that. Yep, there we go. So let me go ahead and adjust this and get rid of myself and the camera. And I will bring this in because this is more important. All right, how about that? There's your 4 storm chasers right there lining up as this thing's coming in. Oh man, look at this. Hey Victor, thanks for staying with us. Rob, KB6JFL, what's up buddy? Thanks for being here. KR4PI, yep, there you go. Let's see here.
We're going to have to cut our way in. If you would, notify Pike Road Crew, please.
All right, they cannot access where the people are needing help because the roads are covered with debris. All right, this is a great shot, guys. We've got 2 tornadoes, we've got 4 storm chasers, and this shit's about to go down.
I will try to get them to do that.
If you've never seen us before, please give us a subscribe. This is Starship Studios. We have 4 channels here: Starship Adventures, Starship After Dark, Carlotta Alata, and Scuffed Radio. We do a lot of stuff here, a lot of different kinds of broadcasting. But one of the main things we do here is live coverage of breaking news events. And this particular storm we knew was going to be bad today. I have cleared my schedule all day today. I will be here through the night if necessary covering this thing. This is...
We got a black man. I'm seeing shoplifting now. They're seen wearing white.
Oh, it's a shoplifter. Well, that's okay. They'll get him. All right, so, God, I can't stand shoplifters. Anyway, that's for another day. Probably another show, maybe another channel, who knows. But there you go. There's your... Oh, guys, I see a couplet forming behind the first 2. And it looks like it's now warned as well. That's a radar-indicated considerable damage tornado there. This one is radar-indicated, and this one is radar-indicated. So we've got 3 radar indicated tornadoes there, all moving in the same direction. And you can see our storm chasers all jockeying for positions up here to watch this as it goes by. We're gonna hope that the tornado is out ahead of the rain. I'm gonna stop for a minute and let the scanners play.
Great Dodge Adventure. From 5055 Oakland Road.
Central, all units, all stations, all stations. Be advised. Central dispatch stations are down 10 seconds at this time. Reverting to Panhandle.
Wow. That was Macomb Fire. They just lost their dispatch center due to some kind of power disruption or something. They're now on handheld radios.
Progress 1, Pike CD.
Go ahead, Warren.
Be advised there is tree and debris in Highway 48. You may need to notify MHP as well.
Guys, we're getting to the point where it's going to be hard for me to cover everything at once, so I'm just going to do my best. This is our largest complex right here. We've got 3 areas of rotation, as many as 3 tornadoes on the ground right now. The one in the center there, what had a particularly dangerous designation not long ago. The one on the right is looking like the healthy ones, and Raleigh looks like Raleigh, Mississippi. You are under the gun right now. This is going to come right through town.
They are. They should be coming in.
You guys know on the left radar, that is reflectivity. That's the amount of water in the air, the amount of rain, how heavy the rain is. On the right side, that's high-res velocity. That tells you how fast the rain is moving in relationship to the tower site. And what makes that so important is if it's moving away from the tower site, it's red, towards the tower site is green. If you see bright green right up against bright red, that is a tornado, because you've got winds moving in 2 very different directions right next to each other. That's a tornado. That's how it works. All right, you can see our storm chasers lining up.
We don't operate on fireground 1 between our office and y'all, so we don't jam up like fire. Copy, Plank 2, we'll be monitoring Plank Fireground 1. Progress copy.
You can see our 4 storm chasers below, and they're the same 4 circles that you see in the upper right corner of both of the different radar scopes there. And you can see them jockeying for position. It looks like the worst one is going to be this one that's going through Raleigh, going through downtown Raleigh, Mississippi right now. We could see some pretty good damage there. I wish we do not have a camera there. I'm checking to see if I can find a camera there. These smaller towns don't usually have a lot of them.
I need to get across street for a minute.
Pull this out a little bit so I can see where we're at.
Kilo 2 to
Yeah,
All right.
the center call transferred over to NAD
Okay,
for
all right, here's this.
1184
This is a bad one, guys.
43 for a red Mustang that ran off
I've
the
never
road.
seen this before. This is a catastrophic warning just came out. This is the highest warning issued by the National Weather Service.
Dangerous
Uh,
situation. Tornado watch, PBS tornado watch until 6. Their showers continue to move through the county. Also, looks like another line.
This is a tornado emergency for southeastern Lawrence and northeastern Marion County. Lawrence and Marion County. I'm trying to see if I can pull you guys up a scanner feed from there now. I believe we've already got one of those. I'm checking. This is the highest warning issued by the National Weather Service. We've got a tornado on the ground moving northeast at this time in Mississippi, and it's heading right for the Bassfield, Prentice area. This in Collins. Collins, you're coming up on this one. This is a notice the outline in black. This is a particularly, not just particularly dangerous, this is catastrophic, observed on the ground. I am trying to get you guys, if I can find other scanner feeds in that area, I'm working now to find them. Marion, Lawrence, and Jefferson. Let me see what I can find here.
Good evening.
And this is exactly what they thought might happen today, unfortunately.
Mustang that ran off the highway near 1184 Simpson Highway 43. MHD was involved.
Cancel.
All right, all right, bear with me, guys. I'm adding more feeds. I'm still here. We're monitoring one of the most dangerous situations we've seen on here in a while. This is a potentially catastrophic tornado on the ground right now, south of Monticello, Mississippi.
Yeah, I believe that sail is moved out of Simpson into Rankin. Alright, so Bill pump spray moving them right away.
Okay. Bear with me, guys. I'm still with you. I'm adding another dashboard, and I'm adding more things to it. So just give me a second here. We're going to have more audio. We're trying to stay with this storm as it crosses Mississippi, heading towards Alabama. Currently, the tornado emergency currently issued for parts of Mississippi. Stay with us.
It was looking bad. Stay down that way.
No, it's not going to come to us. I think it flipped the edge of Lawrence
and Jefferson.
went into Marion.
It headed to Bassfield, Mississippi, across the way it looks to me like.
Just added Tri-Community Fire, South Marion Fire, Columbia Fire, all in the line of fire right now. So we'll see if what we get there. Sometimes these feeds go down when there's power outages and stuff too. So.
Kind of a goofy setup today.
Jefferson.
All right, let me know.
Lawrence and Jefferson. There is nothing in Jefferson. Lawrence.
Oh, Smith County in?
I've already got Lawrence. It's offline. Okay, so that's what we got, guys. I've got 9 feeds up right now. I'm going to try to keep it sane for you guys. Half of them are on the left side, half of them are on the right side. I suggest you listen with headphones. I'm also looking for more cameras up in that area. I do have some traffic cams that I'm trying to find over on the MDOT traffic site as well. Plus, we've got our 4 storm chasers, and let's see where they're at. Let me zoom out. Let's see what we got here. This is the storm up here. This is that multiple vortex storm, and these are our storm chasers. This intercept is still going to happen, but we've had our attention taken by this down here, which is a potentially catastrophic observed tornado that's on the ground right now, and so that's why we've kind of pulled away from that. We are monitoring the county fire for all these areas.
Be on standby. If it breaks off, you start hearing a lot of traffic. Y'all come on, but otherwise, just hang tight.
22, copy.
All right, we've got another one down here. Let me pull up. I need a different radar. Let me see what we got here. Looks like the New Orleans site's down, so let's pull it up out of here. We've got another one here. Yep, I can see it starting to form up. That one's going to be moving into the high threat area. Here's this one that's the really bad one right now, guys, and it's not even in the high threat area yet. It's about to cross over into it. That is the one right now. That is our particularly dangerous and catastrophic storm that we're looking at there, moving northeast. And then up here, we've got our dual tornadoes moving northeast, and we've got an intercept setting up. Our guys are setting up. You can start to see it. If someone gets a good shot on it, I'll take it full screen. I'm going to stay with that one that's going out because it will come back as soon as he can find cell coverage.
The area of Airport Road, I just got a 21 from a firefighter saying there's a mother and 2 children that ran off the road, and they was trying to make it to the safe house, and they need assistance.
10-4, you guys on your
Crossing Raleigh City, 1 on County 5. Be advised, me and a couple other guys are going to head out towards Pine Grove Church Road and assess everything out that way. We're going to operate off the track 5.
Always told me it was near a field.
Thank you, Mike. I got a hot mic.
10-4.
All right, I'm going to make sure I have Newton. Let's see here. I think I have it, but I want to make sure because it's about to go right through. That's Newton County. Okay, so let's go back to here. Actions, add, feed for Newton. No feeds available in Newton. That's just awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, how about Meridian? Meridian is next up. All right, Meridian is in Lauderdale County, so let's pull up our second sheet here and go to Lauderdale County. And yes, we do have 3 feeds there. I'm going to add. Play all. Okay, I'm discontinuing Lauderdale County fire as it's just static. I have added COM South, Meridian Fire, and South Marion County. Those are coming up on this line next.
progress too.
All right, guys, stay with us here. We've got this. This thing's going to go right over these guys. There's a cluster of all 4 of them here. I'm going to try to find out why I've got one here that's out. Sometimes it just needs to be reset, which looks like it might be the problem. So let me just reset this one.
See if they were able to access Paradise Ranch.
Nope, that's that one, and that one's working. So let's see, is it this one? Looks like Brad Arnold's video has gone out, so we're going to continue to look for that. I'll go back and check that in a minute. We do have one more storm chaser way back here. He's hanging back. Our other 4 are right here.
17, finding the trees. I got 2 saws with me. I'm on 41 north coming out. Yeah, well, so far we just have small debris in the road, but we forget.
I do have a camera here I can put up.
Progress 50 to Walthall unit.
It's going to pass off near this camera, so I'll just put that up for right now.
We're still trying to get access to Paradise Ranch. We're having to cut our way through to get there.
You're going to be between Mosley Road and...
Say four, we're in the same situation. We're stopped about a half mile from the river with trees.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is Starship Adventures. The coverage continues.
We've got an alternate entrance into the actual...
I know there's a lot going on, but we've got a lot of scanner feeds up.
Go ahead, Morgantown 1.
In the Pine Grove area, in the J. Price Road area, it's been pretty good. I'm just now leaving my home 20. I'll try to go 587 north and try to cut across. If y'all can check 586 to Pine Grove.
I got Unit 5 checking that area, and I'm going to come out 98, and I'm going to come back up to Kokomo Road and all up through that way, and check all that up through that way on the county line as well. So we're going to try to cover all bases. I've got 3 units with me.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, FT8's always fun when you need to do something with half your attention. I do love FT8.
That way we can keep the county fire open and our attack channels if needed.
All right, guys, there's so much going on here. I hate to talk over the scanners, so I'm trying to let scanners do the talking. I want to welcome 45 unit. Oh, yeah. I can tile the screens, however, actually, I could set it up pretty much however I want. I use Streamlabs, and it's an amazing thing. Let's see, Victor, thanks for being here, and Robin, 45 unit, and Million, thank you everybody for being here, and the rest of you, please hit that thumbs up and give me a subscribe out there. Check out our other channels. We do this kind of stuff a lot. Whether it's crazy drones over New Jersey or big brush fires in Los Angeles, we cover this kind of stuff. And we do a lot with severe weather. So thanks for being here, everybody, today. You are listening to about 15 different scanner feeds divided between your left and right ear. And what I do is I stay right on top of it, and I try to find if a feed's being annoying or a double, I get rid of it. And we try to continue to provide a feed where you guys can kind of hear what's going on everywhere where these storms are coming through. Right now, there's a little bit of a lull in the activity, which is kind of common. There they go. All right, the one we're looking at here in the middle of the screen, this is a catastrophic tornado observed, particularly dangerous situation. It's a PDF, and when you issue a PDS, that's bad. I mean, it's very rare. And this one here looks like it's continuing on the ground. We've got a little bit of a hook there. You've got your couplet. They are really worried about this particular one right here. Bassfield, Carson, and Pintus coming up in the line of sight of this one, and it could be pretty bad. Now, while we're watching that one, there's a new one that's formed up south of that, and you can see quite a couplet starting to form up with this. This one hasn't gotten up into that area yet either, so this one could continue to strengthen as it moves northeast. Tylertown. It's going to pass just off to your north, it looks like. If you live in Tylertown, take cover. And let's move up here just a little bit to, we're going to go past our really dangerous one right there, up to the one up here that's being chased by our storm chasers. There's our two couplets. We kind of had three at one time. And they're one of them showing you on their radar there what he's seeing, and that's what you're seeing on our radar right there. See, he's looking at the same thing you are on his radar, and there it is. He's trying to figure out exactly where he wants to be when that thing crosses the road.
Charleston Central Dispatch on County Fire. Be advised, we're going to be working off of Tag 5. We've got units going from 98 to Kokomo Road. We've got 586 or Pine Road Church, and then we got Morgantown units coming out to that area trying to check for damage. We're going to be working off of Tag 5.
Thanks, Victor, and thanks, Peggy. I'm glad I can do it. I'm going to be staying through tonight. Peggy, you're not in the extreme area, but you are definitely in an area that needs to be cautious as we go through the evening tonight. It may hold off till dark to get to your area. I'm not sure. This is a weird storm. The lower center right picture, there's a lowering there. This is going by. I want to show you guys where this is. Down here on this really dangerous storm, let's see where. Notice this little dot right here. This is the camera, and it's looking towards this storm. So there's a chance we might see this tornado literally go right by that view right there. So we're definitely going to watch that. I'll full screen it. As soon as we see a vortices, I will full screen it. But that potentially could be one there. Lower right, he is set up and ready to intercept on this storm up here. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that couplet, guys. Holy shit. It's starting to look like a yin-yang. When it looks like the yin and the yang, we've got a major tornado on the ground. And you can see the yin-yang forming right there. And you can also see the J-hook on the left side. This is a very dangerous one here. I can't believe they haven't upgraded this. It's still only a radar indicated tornado, which means nobody's got a visual on it yet. But we are watching for it now. We got 3 storm chasers out ahead of it, 1 below it, and we have no other cameras available in that area. I've been checking. Newton, this is going to move off just close to Newton. It's going to be real close. It's going to cross I-20 somewhere west of Newton, I'm pretty sure. Forrest, I think you got away with this one. It's going to pass off south of you. Look at that. See how it kind of looks like a sprinkler head or a little bit? You know, it's kind of got that. It's you can see the pattern in it. It's amazing. Wow. I have a feeling they're going to be upgrading this one to a PDS, and maybe even further. I don't know. Let's go back down here and check this one. Speaking of PDS, this is a potentially catastrophic PDS tornado that has been observed. This one is on the ground right now and is moving northeast towards Bassfield. Bassfield, it may move off just to your north. Collins, anybody that knows anybody in Collins, Mississippi, they need to take cover. This is it's still about 20 minutes, 15 minutes away. This one's going to go right over Collins proper, possibly. So, and that's a little bit bigger town.
I don't see no tree. Got some down right here, just in front of the gas LC. We're going to get it out of the way. Yeah, well, I see you.
We're out behind you, I think.
All right, some of these channels we're listening to, it hadn't even got there yet. So I've been kind of planning ahead. I'm 2 counties ahead on this one storm. So we're going to continue to hear it as it comes into town. They'll be issuing the warnings and so on and so forth. Let's see here. Yep, I'm still getting that reverb on that Tri-County fire. Man, look at that. Look at that, guys. I mean, there it is. Look at that. that hot blue, man, right next to that red like that, that is it right there. That's what it looks like. That's what a tornado looks like on the radar. And
Broke it down to one.
wow. See the outline in black? You don't see that very often, guys. That is a the reason that you see the dotted line is because that is a tornado emergency. It's the highest warning given by the National Weather Service. We had one of those here. They issued a hurricane emergency here for Ian, and it was a high wind emergency. And again, the highest they issue is an emergency. You don't hear them very often. They were expecting 150 mile an hour winds here, and that's why they issued that very rare, very ominous warning. And of course, we lost our entire beach and 30% of the structures in this county. So yeah, it was exactly what they said it was. All right, so let's back out a little bit. We're watching also this one down here, and unfortunately for this one, I need a different radar site. So let's pull up this radar site over here. And there it is. There it is. I'm trying to escape that watch box a little bit. But that one, and you can see it, it's moving right through where this last one went through. And this one will continue to strengthen as it gets in towards this. Thank you everybody for being here. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and we've got another alert going off. This one here, this is an extension of this one here, this radar indicated tornado. We're watching that center right camera. That center right camera is right here. You guys see where my cursor is? Can you guys see that moving? That camera right there is this camera right here. And we might see a tornado go by on that camera. I'm not sure which way it's facing. It doesn't really say. But a pretty bad tornado just went by there and I didn't see it. But this next one is going to go right by there again. And it's going to be pretty close. So watching that. Okay, another change that just popped up, it looks like. Why did that... It changed and then it changed back. What happened? They're leaving. Okay, so it looks like they're going to leave the catastrophic rating on this one. No, they've downgraded it from an emergency to a PDS, which is like really, really, really bad down to just really bad. So that's good. That's good though, because they have weakened this one a little bit. It's still the highest warning you get before the tornado emergency. Okay, and here you can see there one of the storm chasers there showing you on his radar what we're seeing on ours as well, which is these very defined couplets. He's talking about this one right here, and he's probably looking at it from this radar angle. Look at that. Look at that couplet, huh? Jesus. This is the stuff textbooks are printed from. These guys are right out in front of this thing. I hope they don't get too far to the right of it. All right, guys. I do want to welcome everybody that's come in. Yes, Peggy, I agree. Nighttime storms, I hate them for a number of reasons. One, that they make people's anxiety a lot higher, even though they're technically... They're not going to be stronger necessarily at night, but they're more dangerous because you can't see anything. You can't see debris flying at you. You can't see how to escape something or whatever. And so the nighttime's much more dangerous because the first thing that happens in bad weather, of course, is the power goes out. And
Progress 4, Progress 1, Progress Private. Just be advised we're going in the check houses and purchasing people.
Getting them out of the road, though. Just a bunch of dead stuff.
This is about to come into Newton. Newton does not have any scanners we can pick up, unfortunately. All right, I'm going to back out for a little while, and I'm going to show you guys the whole view here. Everything in this pink circle right here is volatile. And as you can see, we're just getting started. Things just started entering the danger zone here. And so this has kind of set us up for what's going to be a long night. And while we've been paying attention to these complexes storms here, this one was our emergency a few minutes ago. Still a very impressive couplet going on right there. We got this one. We've got this one here that our storm chasers are going to watch it go by here in just a minute. But we've got more further north, and I'm going to let you hear this dispatch.
I'm right behind you, 13.
Nelson Fire Department, Richmond Fire Department, Union Fire Department, Nelson, Richmond, Union, 586, road 1205, 586, road 1205. Have a structure fire at this address, possibly struck by lightning, 586, road 1205. Nelson Fire Department, Richmond Fire Department, Union, respond. Switch to scene 1, 1326.
So these are actually further up the line. This one's actually in the high-risk zone here. And this one's a little close to the tower site, so it's kind of hard to see. So what you can always do is go to another tower site. There's a bunch of tower sites that are down for one reason or another, or they're just a short-range tower site. But yeah, that's the other one we're looking at. So a total of 5 different complexes here. And again, these are the 2 we've been really watching. This one here is going to come right by these guys momentarily. You can see the 2 storm chasers down below, the one far right and the one center left. They're both sitting there waiting for this to come right by. So they're going to get a shot of this coming by, I think, unless it's rain wrapped. Okay. We're getting real close here. You can see the circulation's going to come right near Newton proper. And Newton is a little town. It's not that big. But it looks like it's going to go right over the part of it there. It's close right now. These scans are delayed about a minute, so it's probably literally approaching town right now. And again, center left and lower right are both those 2 dots that you see right there. Yep. All right, thanks guys for being here. We're going to be here all afternoon and evening. I may not be talking the entire time. My throat will have to rest at some point. Whew.
City wanted all fire units be advised. We got another tornado warning coming out of Walpole County. Tornado is on the ground crossing Highway 98 just north of Tylertown. It'll be at our county shortly. Looks like it's taking the same path.
Fox 1 copy on County Fire. We're going to be working off a tag cloud there, CD1, but we copy. We're going to be locking down here in just a second.
Alright, well, I'm only able to do Marion County Fire. I'm not going to be able to follow y'all around. Monitor County Fire.
James Working Plan.
Copy, I'm just standing and listening.
Did you have a numeric on that? Yeah,
All right.
298. James Working Barnett. 298.
That's the Intercept right there. They just reissued this, which is a new tornado warning that has just been issued here to extend this one, is all that is. And then over here, we've got the two we were watching before. This was the one that had the tornado emergency on it for a short time. And they've just issued a large extension for that one. And that shows me right there. That shows me right there what Brad Arnold's doing. He didn't like that other one. He wants this one. This one's the one that's bigger. And so as the other guys are up here trying to intercept this one, which they're getting really close on, Brad Arnold decided, you know what? No, I'm going to go after this other one. This is a better storm. I'm going to give that one up in order to go get this one. And again, that lower center. Oh, here we go.
Going on County Fire, be advised, Burnt Ridge Road there in Waltall County is impassable. Cannot go nowhere down it. The trees all over it. You can let Waltall know that as well.
Strike team leader, Central.
There's this one's now an observed tornado warning up here. This one is now observed, so we know this one exists.
And Waltall County is impassable. Cannot go through there at all. Let Waltall County know. We're on Bracey Road at this time, going over to Wash Dunaway Road.
Another tornado warning coming out. Let's see where this one is.
1067 to Foxworth unit.
All right. This is all extending these down here.
Watch is clear, but go on across on the Wade Lodge over there, just in the Walthall. They're trying to clear, finish clearing that out. There's a house on the very end of Wade Lodge there that's totally gone and got a family there. They're trying to get out. Everybody's good, but they're just trying to get them out.
Try not to take everybody out of the north end.
All right, guys, I got to reset Radar Omega here, it looks like, so just give me a second here.
So we need to make sure we keep our eyes peeled for that as well.
Also, if you let the wall call know they need us to cross the line, we can do that.
Careful all of those.
All right, give me just a second, guys. I'm restarting a Radar Omega. I've been using it quite extensively here for hours, and it does this where it needs to be restarted. All right, so here we go. While we've got it restarted, let's go ahead and take a big, massive overview of what we're looking at. Here we go. There's the overview before we stick the rain and the radar and everything else in there. There's what we're looking at. You've got the two up here. You got the ones who are over here that are near our storm chasers, and we've got this other one that's being intercepted by Brad Arnold as well. So let's go ahead and we'll check in down here first.
Yeah, that's that one that come out of the pipe.
What the hell's happened? That is so weird. It will not show me. All right. I don't know, guys. It's no longer showing me the rain. I don't know. Weird. Well, this really sucks. Guys, that looks like we're going to have to do a system restart, which really sucks. I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to shut down and come back on again. It should only take 5 minutes to restart. Please find my stream again to be on the same channel. I tried restarting this and it didn't seem to fix the problem. So let me try one more thing here and see if maybe I can find a solution that would
Do
work.
units trying to reach dispatch from the county fire channel?
All county fire units, Marion County just went under another tornado warning. Same path, same path. It's still Walpole County. Looks like it's around 27.
I don't know what's going on.
Circle dispatch, attack on County Fire.
Hey, 13.
We're going to have tri-community control stood up. Tri-community control is going to be in service. If we have anything, just go ahead and page it out on County Fire. We will be operating on TAC 1. We'll be operating on TAC 1. Anything we have, you can contact us on TAC 1 if you need us. If not, we will contact you on County Fire.
Therefore, I'll be monitoring TAC 1 as well. You're welcome to key up on either to contact me. I appreciate it.
10-4, tri-community control clear.
All right, guys, I'm going to assume for a few minutes that this is a network issue because it's telling me it can't load the precipitation mode layer. So everything else is loading and working. I don't know what's going on. So what I'm going to do in the time being is just let it go for right now because these guys are just about to intercept this and everything. So I'm going to let this go for about 5 or 10 minutes and see if maybe I can get it to pull up somehow. If not, I'll try a full system restart. But I at this point, I don't think that'll fix the problem. So there's our... we are still monitoring the scanner feeds. I'm double checking that. Yep, everything's still running there. Okay, so I just don't, the radar level, the radar is not coming up anymore. And it's very rare to have issues like this with Radar Omega. That is so weird. I've never had it do this to me. And it literally just says that it can't load the layer. I'm still here, guys. I'm going to pull this up on a different computer.
show progress, MD.
Mike 1 to Rescue 15. Rescue 15, Walsall 1 is requesting y'all Highway 98 somewhere east of Ferguson. They said that you'll see everybody. They have multiple attractions in a house, and they're needing assistance.
All right, guys, I'm going to restart my system. It's going to take 5 minutes, and the channel will be back up. Please find me, and I do appreciate it, but I have to restart. Radar Omega is working fine on my other systems here, so that being said, I'm going to have to restart to get it resolved, so that's what I'm going to do. It just keeps saying loading. I don't understand it, but it's all right. We're going to go ahead and just restart the computer. Watch for us. So we'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll be staying with this the rest of the day. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and we'll be signing off briefly. We'll be right back.